Now, I did quite a bit of traveling when I was in BC, and one of the trips I made was to Whistler to a Michael Franti concert, who I had never heard of before until then. And it was very interesting, good concert, great music, great people.
Want to let go of this weekend at Wanderlust and say, hey, I'll be gone again. I'll be back coming around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you, baby girl. I love you, I love you. Put your hands up high. Are you ready? Make some noise! 1, 2, I want to see everybody get jumping! I say, hey, I'm the way, I'll be back around the way. See, like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you, baby girl. I love you, I love you, I love you. I've been a lot of pieces all around the way. I've seen a lot of joy, I've seen a lot of pain, but I don't know that I love song. Know the word, that is strong, that is sound, like a boy and a girl. Dummies on the phone, I always call about that. And the kids on the corner playing, better things. When I saw you getting down with the whole movie. And when I look into your eyes, I knew it was true. And I say, hey, I'm not a day, I'll be back around the way. See like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you, baby girl. I love you, I love you, I love you. Let me just say,
My core objective was to go meet Michael Franti, which, with all my research and investigative thinking I was doing, I found out that most of his songs promote peace, love, and tolerance. And I finally got to ask the man himself. And to put it lightly, it was icing on the cake.
Watch out for this guy.
yeah, sure.
You want a picture? Over here.
My hand, right?
Alright.
Autograph signing.
bro?
I am wonderful.
I saw you rocking out over there, man.
Yeah.
Getting your groove on. What's your name?
I'm Christopher.
Nice to meet you, Christopher. Awesome.
Yeah.
He's from Lesotho.
Oh, wow, you're from Lesotho?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my best friends who I grew up with lives in Lesotho now. Yeah.
You have a friend that's from Lesotho?
Yeah, no, she lives in Lesotho. She's from California, but she lives there. Yeah.
Okay, now that I
Cool.
never expected.
That's
had-
a switch, huh? Reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had expected to have a really lengthy interview with you, but unless you want to do it right here, right now.
Do a quick one right now.
Okay. What do you think of the people who just think that, okay, climate change doesn't exist? It's a made up thing.
Well, I've been to places in the world where climate adaptation exists, which is that because of climate change, people are already having to change their way of living. For example, I was in East Timor, where the dry season used to last for about 2 months of the year, and it now lasts for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months of the year. So people have to store water, and then when the rainy season comes, it rains so hard that there's all kinds of flooding, and instead of raising chickens, they now raise ducks. Because ducks float and chickens don't.
Okay.
So for people who don't believe in climate change, it's happening. We might not be feeling it right here where we are in North America, but for people who are closer to the equator, it's a big reality.
Okay, if you were talking to the CEO of ExxonMobil, BP, the big guys,
Yeah.
what would you say to them?
Well, I would say the first thing is you have to invest in the future. You can't
wars to dig holes in the ground to pump out every last drop of oil without having some contingency for the future. And so we need to be spending money on that. And in order to make sure that we have the best science for the future, we need to be investing in the brightest young minds to make sure that they have what we need, that scientific power and that prowess to communicate it to others. So invest in the future.
Okay, last question. When I listen to most of your songs, you have that anti-war message that everybody has to be in harmony with each other.
Yeah.
Now, what if you were sitting here with one of the top 5 most wanted terrorists in the world, and you had the commander of the U.S. Army on the other side, like in one table?
Yeah.
What did he say to the both sides?
Well, killing is killing. One man's terrorist is the next man's freedom fighter. It all depends on whose side you're on. You know? To me, it doesn't make a difference if we kill somebody because they've committed a murder and we put them to capital punishment of death, or if we drop a drone missile on them in all secrecy. It's still killing. And I believe in promoting life. So we should do everything that we can to promote prosperity for others, so that people won't feel the need to strap a bomb onto their body and walk into a supermarket, or for us to fly an F-16 over the village of that guy who strapped that bomb onto his body. So invest in the future, invest in love, invest in peace.
I wish more musicians were more informed like him, and not just concerned about the bottom line, the latest fashion, latest cars. I like all that, but there's a time and place for everything. I also made an interesting discovery. It was a yoga / music concert. And we all know what yoga means. People wear their tight clothes. And there were mostly girls wearing tight clothes. But here's the funny thing. You'd think that with a lot of girls wearing tight clothes, there would be even a larger number of guys looking at those girls. But when I got there, it was like 2, 3, 5, 9 maybe guys to about 30, 40 girls. And then I did a bit of cruising around, and I made a very startling and disturbing discovery. All the men and boys were going up the hill, coming down, riding their bicycles, while in my mind, I think all the girls were going like, "Hello, can't you see us? Hello, we're never gonna get to do this again." So it's sort of like, where have Canadian men lost the plot? They would rather spend time on a mountain with a bicycle than with girls. I just can't get it. Well, maybe you will get it after looking at this footage, because I never got it. I still don't get it, and I don't think I ever will.